we're going to move over to artwork. So if I come over here, there's different ways you can add artwork. So you can go into your artwork section. You can do a bulk upload over here. You'll notice as a subcategory of artwork. And then you can also add artwork this way. I'm going to show you this way first. Click on here and you can manually input the information for each piece in this way. Or you can also use our AI tool Easel and copy and paste information. So if you have the information somewhere else, maybe on a website, or maybe you have it in a spreadsheet or just online. So I just found some information about the Mona Lisa. I'm going to copy and paste that information here. And you can see that when I paste that information in here and send it through Easel, that it organizes the information and auto imports it into the fields where it's supposed to go. So sometimes it gets it wrong, just like any other AI might. So you might have to double check, but it is using the smart AI to save you time. And then you can go ahead and import any of the information that you want to. Let's just say it's that. We'll just give it some numbers here. And then status needs to be there. So let's say this one is on display because it is at the Louvre. And I'll press save and that information is saved there. And so now every time you go into an artwork page, you will see this here. You can attach the image here. So this is artwork. So I'm going to stay under artwork and then I can drag and drop. I have an image of the Mona Lisa. Let's find it real quick. And I will drag and drop that into that section. You'll see that it uploads there and then I can attach it to this artwork. And then I forgot to mention, it's going to ask you to make a product. This stuff doesn't matter if you do not have a website. So when it gives you that information, you don't have to put anything there. It doesn't matter really what you put, just because this is for organization purposes only. So now you have an image of your artwork. You have all of the information that you would need to find to quickly submit this to a show or a call for entry. And then if you do go over here to your uploads, you'll see anything that you've uploaded here. And it takes a minute, but it will make a large version, a medium version, original size version, and a small version of each of your images, and you can download those anywhere where you're at. So this is stored on the cloud. Anywhere you have access to the internet, you can reach this information. So like, let's say you're on vacation, you need to submit to a show, you have access to a computer, you can quickly download and submit your work. Now, if we were going to do a bulk upload, we would click over here and you can do 5 at a time. So we're going to save it to the folder of artwork and we're going to drag and drop. Well, let's just do a couple images for this, for the demo. So drag and drop 2, you can do up to 5. And it will pull up this screen where you can quickly input that information. Once again, we have Easel, the AI helper, and you can copy and paste anything in there. It will auto import into the fields it's supposed to be in. Check it to make sure it's correct. And as long as you have all this information here, you can go ahead and save those in there. And that is how you'll upload your artwork. So I went ahead and saved those 2 images that I bulk uploaded. And now I can find those if I go into artwork and click on there, and you'll see all 3 of those pieces that we've attached to our Easely. And you can go into each one and find the information for each one. You can go back here and see your list again, but you can also add collections and tags. So if you do plan on upgrading later on, I would recommend to add some collections that you could choose if you wanted to portray those on your website eventually. So, and then this is also for your records too, and to make things easy to be found. So all of these are portraits. So I could add a collection and I would say, let's add a portrait. Or maybe I'll do figurative. And so I will add this as a new collection. So now I've saved that and you'll see that it shows up over here and I can add that to both of those. And I may want to do 2 at a time. So that's my bulk action. I can add my collection and select the one that I just made, figurative, and apply that to those. And you'll see that it shows up over here. Tags is for more internal purposes. So if something needs to be framed or something like that or repaired, you can put a tag in there. Those are the things that are not forward facing. Once again, if you were to upgrade in the future. So that's how you would keep collections and tags separated. You can also add a collection for a show. So I could say this one's going to be in a show. I'm going to add a collection. Let's say salon show and add that as a new collection. And I'll add one more to that. And you collect or click on that to add that. So now I have some that are in my salon show. So now you can search by your title, you can search by medium, you can search by the tags, which were internal collections, which would be like figurative, or you could say landscapes or florals. And then you can also select events, but that is something for the upgrade. So if you were searching by collections, it'll show you your collections. So I'll say, I want to see everything that's in my salon show and click on that, and it will show everything that has that collection attached to it. So that's a quick way to find your work, to keep it organized, and to have your collections all together. Now I'm going to show you how to make tags for the artwork that's in your database. So I'm going to go over here to artwork, into the sub menu, which is artwork labels. I'll click on here and you can select your artwork by tags or by collection. Let's say I am part of a show. I needed to provide my own labels. So you can say, I'm going to select salon show and I'm going to create the tags. So it's going to pull up any of the artwork that is in the collection salon show. And so I have these two pieces that pull up. You can decide how they're going to be aligned on the PDF that you can download. So you can say, I want 3 per line on this PDF. I could do 4, and you can see how it's decreasing the size, making room for 2 more, even though I only have 2. And I'm going to do 3, and you can also exclude information. So let's say I don't want the image on here. I just want the text. So you can take the image off. And then when you're ready and prepared for that, you can download that as a PDF, cut those tags, and you are ready to go and you have your labels already.